Welcome back to our coverage of Result Day Live right here on Times Now, and we have some big breaking news coming in from Maharashtra. We have news coming in that the Sharad Pawar camp has already started to contact prospective Ajit Pawar MLAs. That's the big update coming in at this point of time. Let's go across to our Deputy News Editor Arunil Satadekar. Arunil, this is a big development. How are we looking at this, and what does this really mean in terms of how things are going to stack up by the end of the day today?
Well, Madhav, good morning to you. The first thing to look into this is Sharad Pawar camp has tried to make contacts with the prospective MLAs from the Ajit Pawar camp. If at all it is a close finish, Madhav, the most interesting factor, or the interesting players rather, will be the Pawars. Both Sharad Pawar as well as Ajit Pawar. Both have remained flexible till now, not made comments against each other or against their rivals as well. If at all it's a close finish, Sharad Pawar clearly will hold that card, hold key to the MLAs of Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar may also turn towards the Sharad Pawar camp. I was also speaking to one of the top sources from the Congress party as well. There are jitters in the Congress ranks because they feel they are the only opposition party, rather the only party other than the BJP, which has not been split till now. The Shiv Sena has been split, the NCP has been split. They fear that the BJP may target them this time, because many of their MLAs were inclined towards jumping towards the Mahayuti or towards the BJP.
Well, it's a split wide open. More breaking news coming in. It's getting extremely interesting. Well, it's all action in Maharashtra. Thank you for joining the panel this morning. Karan Verma joins the panel, and it's all happening in Maharashtra. The Karnataka Home Minister G. Parmeshwara is landing in Mumbai at 8:40 a.m. Now, this is even before, the votes actually start getting counted. He's taken a flight. He's coming here. He's going to herd up all the MLAs. Sabyasachi joining me from Congress headquarters. Sabyasachi, that doesn't show too much confidence in the ranks of the Congress. Even if they do well on their own, they've contested only 101 seats, and the other two sides can go any which where, and the Congress can be left high and dry all over again. Is that what is making them jittery, sending charter planes and ministers from different states?
Well, that's right. See, yesterday also the Congress party had announced the list of observers for the state of Maharashtra and Jharkhand. And today morning also, unlike last time we had seen during the Result Day of Haryana, how celebration had begun at AICC. But this time around, things are quite different. Till now, it's absolutely sannata out here at the AICC. None of the leaders are present out here. Meanwhile, some of the Congress leaders are moving to Maharashtra. Now, they are in a wait-and-watch situation, because yesterday also, as per the Congress sources, several calls were made to the independent and the rebel MLAs in Maharashtra. So clearly the Congress on one hand is looking forward that if there is any situation that arises...
Clearly everything is happening. G. Parmeshwara, Karnataka Home Minister, landing in Mumbai. Ajit Pawar faction being contacted by the Sharad Pawar faction. It's all happening, and let's cut across to Sanjay Nirupam, who's at the Siddhi Vinayak temple. Bhai Ganpati Bappa Moria.
अजित पवार जी के और बाकी जो हमारे सहयोगी दल हैं, उन तमाम दलों के जो हमारे प्रत्याशी हैं, उम्मीदवार हैं, वो बड़े पैमाने पर जीतेंगे और महायुति की सरकार पुनः महाराष्ट्र में हार आ रही है, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है।
Well, that was Sanjay Nirupam. Everybody is showing confidence. Good morning to you, Sabha Naqvi. Thank you for joining the panel this morning. Tehseen Poonawala, good to have you back in the studios. Sabha Naqvi, are independents going to hold the key to this election?
Let's just look at the numbers. But right now, everybody's completely on edge. I just want to say something about Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar, whatever his numbers are, is going to be in a very odd position. Supposing BJP and Eknath Shinde do well, and there is some intriguing data about increase in women voters, he would be the weakest curry there in that arrangement.
But he's been campaigning a lot about Lagli Behna.
I know he might do that, but supposing. But it's all, in Maharashtra, it's all very clear that anyone can go
Anywhere.
No, but they're more likely to go in that sense. The BJP has greater might, greater resources. That operation gets underway more possibly if the BJP has a slight edge. I just want to make a point that it's not true that the Congress has not been split. Who is Ashok Chavan? He's there sitting in the BJP. He's influential. Who is fighting in Latur? It is the daughter-in-law, Archana Patil, who is the daughter-in-law of
Vicky Patil.
Shivraj Patil. Shivraj Patil. Please, so don't say, they may not have split them in the manner, Madhav, that, but there are influential, these are big names.
These are big Maratha names, and in the region where the Congress has...
Archana Patil is actually a Lingayat, and that's interesting. Shivraj Patil is a Lingayat, but she's apparently giving a very good fight to Anil Deshmukh in Latur city. And then you have this fight. Everybody, even your own pollster said that that the Congress is probably still ahead there. But I'm just saying, these are, and Ashok Chavan, he was such an influence.
He will also have to deliver. But what's the independent story, Siddharth Talia, if you can take us through that?
So, Navika, shortly before the nomination process concluded, there were approximately 129 rebel candidates in the fray. Now, each party, of course, tried to woo them back and get them to withdraw their nominations. Eventually, that count has come down to 82. You have approximately 40 rebels from the BJP. You have 32 from the Congress. You have 8 from the Uddhav Thackeray Sena. You have 5 from the Sharad Pawar NCP and 1 from Eknath Shinde Sena. So you have about 82 rebels still in the fray, and they could perhaps have an influence on the outcome. As far as the turnout is concerned, now it's gone up as far as women voters go from 59.5% in the 2019 assembly elections to 65.5%. About 2.5 crore women voted in 2019. That number has actually gone up to 3.03
okay, we are in
crore.
business.
So I will not underestimate the significance here of the Ladki.
Absolutely, but we are in business. The numbers have begun to come in, and these are just leads, postal ballots, I suppose. So there's one lead that we are getting from Maharashtra that's gone up to 2 leads. Swati, take us through the numbers.
Let's quickly take a look at what was the scenario in 2019 and 2024 as well when it comes to the assembly elections in 2019 and 2024 and how it can have an impact on the assembly elections. Let's fire the numbers here on the big screen. And like you were pointing out, yes, leads have started coming in. Now, this is what happened at the moment, this is the current figure, the leads, BJP plus in Maharashtra 1, Congress plus 1 as well. And this is the current scenario in Jharkhand. So leads here, BJP has got 1 in terms of the leads that are coming in. So Maharashtra and Jharkhand numbers have started coming in. Let's quickly take you back to 2019 and 2024. In 2019, BJP plus 187, of course, BJP contested with the undivided Shiv Sena and Congress contested with the undivided NCP, and others also got a sizable number of seats, 23. And then you take a look at 2024. Now, this is the Thane Mumbai Konkan belt where you see the MVA performed very well. In Western Maharashtra as well, the MVA performed well. They're in parts of Marathwada and Vidarbha as well, and that's the reason why you see the MVA saying that perhaps Marathwada and Vidarbha will help them. And this is the lead that they had in the assembly segment. So in 2024, they did well in Vidarbha and Marathwada.
You have another
lead. Radhika is for Devendra Fadnavis from Nagpur Southwest. Avinash Brahmankar, who's fighting from Sakoli against Nana Patole, is trailing currently as per the latest numbers.
Vidarbha started. Both are Vidarbha.
Yes, both are
These are all
Vidarbha.
postal leads from
CM candidate he is, Nana Patole. The scene has been going on.
is backing
Nana Patole
is trailing,
but
I'm very clear to the
Congress.
Nana Patole is trailing. Nana Patole is trailing.
He's leading.
Very marginally.
Avinash Brahmankar, who's taking him on,
एक डब्बा भी खुला है. Okay, well, so the first leads coming in there. These leads are going to come up quickly in Jharkhand and in Maharashtra. We are seeing 2 leads coming in already. Well, yes, there you have it. And Swati, if you can take us through those numbers.
Absolutely. So at the moment in Maharashtra, we have leads on 3 and MVA has 2. Congress Plus and BJP has just 1 at the moment. Of course, these are leads. And in Jharkhand also the numbers have started increasing. BJP plus 2 and JMM plus 2. In a short while, we'll show you the graphical representation on the map of Maharashtra as well in terms of which are the seats that we are talking about.
Yeah, and in fact, this is not even the first round that's being completed. These are very, very early trends. And at the moment, in fact, we should say that this is perhaps just the first set of votes that would have been counted or would have
Postal,
been,
postal ballot
announced. Yes, the postal votes is what it looks like.
So Kalpana Soren is actually leading as per the latest leads as well from Gandhi constituency, and of course Hemant Soren, who is contesting from Bahrain, is also leading right now. Those are the 2 initial leads for Jharkhand.
For Jharkhand.
I think there's an update there. Jharkhand, BJP leading on 7 seats, JMM on 3. That's the 2 alliances. That's how it's stacked up. Again, very early leads at this point of time. Yes. But those are the numbers that we're looking at. It's in Hossainabad that Kamlesh Kumar Singh of the BJP alliance is leading. In some of the other constituencies, Dhanwar, Babulal Marandi is leading. Other constituencies, in fact, if we can bring up some of these graphics on this screen, if I can request our PCR team to bring that up, all that data. We have, in fact, in Sili, Sudesh Kumar Mahato of the BJP, who is leading at this point of time. Other details is Jamtara, Sita Murmu is leading. Let me quickly take you across to some of the other seats. Kalpana Soren, of course, leading at this point of time. This is, of course, the latest update coming in. In fact, some more leads.
And also, of course, importantly, from the BJP, Babulal Marandi leading from Dhanwar.
Also, in Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar is leading from Baramati, and you have other... Yes, from Baramati, and then you have the updates coming in from seats like Brahmapuri also. And Siddhartha, I believe...
Siddiqui is leading.
Okay, Zishan Siddiqui.
Oh, Varun Sardesai. Yeah. Varun is a relative of the Thakres, and sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt. And Matushri is based in Bandra East.
So second generation leaders are leading, and Kalpana Soren also making her poll debut. She's also leading. She's captured the imagination quite a bit.
The way she held her ground when Hemant Soren was.
And Munia Devi, who she's fighting against, is a grassroots level leader. But despite that, Kalpana Soren
Well, again, let me clarify. These are initial trends that are coming in. 15 leads in Maharashtra. So close. And is this going to be the story? 8 to the NDA, 7 to the Congress plus alliance. And in Jharkhand, 11 leads coming in. 7 to the NDA, 4 to the JMM Congress alliance out there. So extremely close at this point of time. And is this how it's going to go? Also joining me this morning is Krishna Hegre, joining me from Shinde Sena. First leads, first feeds आ रहे हैं इस वक्त और उद्धव ठाकरे जी के तो पोस्टर्स लग ही चुके हैं. पूरे मातोश्री के बाहर उद्धव ठाकरे next CM and Tehseen Poonawalla is getting very agitated here. Good morning to you, GVL Narasimha Rao. Krishna Hegre, what's it looking like? Close call for the moment.
Navika, very early trends, and you cannot say anything till 11 a.m. at least. So we have to wait and watch, but we are sure that the Mahayuti Sarkar is going to be back. We are very confident. We have the numbers. The ladies, the women folk of Maharashtra have voted 6% more than before, and I think they've reposed faith in the
vote kiya, that is now in the EVM. I want to know अब किसके पास कितने charter plane हैं?
नहीं, चार्टर प्लेन तो कांग्रेस ने रखी है, हमने कोई चार्टर प्लेन नहीं रखा. उनको डर है कि जो लोग उनके पास, कई लोग, जो चंद लोग उनके जीत के आएंगे वो भी हमारे साथ आ जाएंगे, इसके लिए वो रख रहे हैं उनको. एक है तो सेफ है.
Well, GVL Narasimha Rao, good morning to you. Close at this moment, but yes, these are very initial trends that are coming in both from Maharashtra as well as from Jharkhand. Do you think it's going to be close, and do you think there will be jod tod ki rajniti that will be required, as many call it the Operation Kamal? Is the BJP getting ready for that, or are you confident? How do you look at the day to day?
Navika ji, good morning to you, all the panelists and the viewers. Certainly, we don't expect it to be a narrow victory. We hope, and we certainly are confident of a big victory, because increasingly people are voting for stronger governments. You don't see indecisive verdicts. Haryana, we won much bigger than our victory in the previous elections. Chhattisgarh delivered massive mandate for the BJP. Madhya Pradesh delivered massive mandate. Rajasthan gave us a very emphatic victory. So wherever elections are, Odisha, a state where we were never in the reckoning for power, we won a big mandate in Odisha. So we expect people of Maharashtra also to bless the Mahayuti with a significant majority, with a big majority. So the Congress will be disappointed. Like last time they were distributing hot jalebis at this hour in the morning, and come 10:30, 11 o'clock, I think they all disappeared. So the Congress might want to make all the preparations for a make or break government, but the BJP is confident of a big majority for us in both Maharashtra and Jharkhand. But as you said, these are very early leads. And earlier you were discussing that the only party which did not split is the Congress, but that's factually a big...
We've corrected and Sabha gave us the details, but right now numbers are important. Numbers extremely important. 53 leads coming in from Maharashtra. 31-22. That's the way it is, one to the others. In Jharkhand, it's about 26 leads, 17 to the BJP, 9 to the India Alliance. And trends also coming in from the Uttar Pradesh by-polls, and that's 2:2. And joining us this morning, Ram Pratap Singh, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Good morning to you, Ram Pratap ji, and 2 each for Uttar Pradesh assembly elections, the by-polls. What are you looking at apart from the complaints against, of course, the police in Uttar Pradesh during voting?
Good morning, Navika. At this stage, I'm going to be very, very cautious because what we witnessed on the polling day, the large-scale voter intimidation that happened wasn't in the best interest of the electoral process. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to be very, very cautious at this stage to make any judgments about the possibilities today.
Well, clearly, Tehseen Poonawalla, worried at this point in time?
Not at all.
No, he's actually worried about Jharkhand. Yeah. You know, he was claiming they are winning. Jharkhand, they are 2 times down right now. BJP is much
I just want to end. I mean, like, if Tehseen and I ever join politics and stand for elections, then from 8 to 8:20, we would be winning postal ballots. I just want to clarify that. It'll be neck and neck.
Yeah. Neck and neck.
Yes.
And who will ultimately do the dance on the floor is what really matters in elections. But, well, again, Uttar Pradesh 4 and 2. Uttar Pradesh 4 to the BJP for now leads, and 2 to the Samajwadi Party.
Very interesting color changes happening over here. Just look at this region, Swati. This is the region where we had seen various political parties like, the BJP.
That's 2019.
That's 2019. That's what I'm saying. That is how it was. And look at this. There's a sudden saffron splash over there. Does this really hold, or does this really mean much? Take us through which particular region is this Vidarbha? Which region is this? This is not Maharashtra. This is not Maharashtra. Vidarbha, another area where, in fact, they're expected to do well.
This is Vidarbha.
This is Maratha.
Yes, this is Western Maharashtra, where you don't have anything at the moment, and this is Kankavli, very important.
Konkan also.
Konkan, yes.
Nitesh Rane.
Yes.
That's very, very important. And these are, of course, still early trends. But just look at the kind of changes as far as the earlier situation in these very constituencies is concerned. The one color that appears to be emerging at this point of time, going by early trends, appears to be the color saffron.
Well, I have a problem with this map. Whoever's made it, Aurangabad. Aurangabad has been changed to Sambhaji Nagar, and let's just make that
blue color in this.
That's the earlier win. That's the earlier win.
The turquoise blue color is whose? Who are they? Who are these people? Konkan region.
It could be NCP.
It could be NCP. Okay.
Pune has this Kaspa Pet seat which has a very intense fight going on.
It's 22 Kaspa's BJP's strongest hold.
UBT.
But in the by-election, Congress won it. Very good
BJP
candidate.
is trying to wrest it back, and Pune is a bellwether seat. Whoever wins Pune wins the state of Maharashtra or so. The
Pune was always a Congress stronghold until the Congress foolishly gave it up to the BJP. I'll say that.
Once the results start coming in, Tehseen is very hard on the Congress. Foolishly.
Just before the Pune is Congress was born in Pune, and they gave it to the BJP. They threw the MP in jail. Who does that? They threw their own Lok Sabha MP in jail. Who does that?
Who was the MP? Tell us
they
about
threw
this.
it.
Huh?
Kalmadi, they threw him in jail. Congress, they threw their own Lok Sabha
Well,
MP.
Kalmadi and I have a long history about the
Navika ji,
Commonwealth
Sanjay
Games, so
Nirupam
you're
is
not
trailing.
going to get any
No, I'm just saying, but who throws their own Lok Sabha MP in jail?
Well, but let me go across.
Sanjay Nirupam is trailing.
Congress throwing people in
Well,
jail.
CM
Terrible,
Eknath Shinde in trends is leading, and that is the big news that we are getting. Going across to our election desk there, JVC and Siddharth. What's the update?
Nirupam is trailing right now. Right now we have leads 26 for Maga UT, 9 for Maga Vikas Aghadi, and 1 for others. That's the update from Maharashtra.
And since you mentioned Eknath Shinde, of course, he's leading from Kobri Pakadi, and he's been winning there on the last 5 occasions. He's up against Kedar Dighe, who's the nephew of Anand Dighe. Now, Eknath Shinde, of course, owes his political career to Anand Dighe. He's taking on his nephew. And very interestingly, before Eknath Shinde's own rebellion against Uddhav Thackeray, he produced a movie which was a biographical film on Anand Dighe as well. So he claims to be a legatee of his mentor.
Let's go across to Rahul Narvekar, former Speaker of the Assembly. Let's listen in.
लीडर है और ऐसे नेता को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना हर एक की इच्छा होती है, सभी कार्यकर्ताओं की, पदाधिकारियों की ये इच्छा है, लेकिन ये सत्य है कि हम ये चुनाव यूटी में लड़ रहे हैं और इसलिए यूटी के सभी नेता मिलकर जो निर्णय लेंगे वो सभी यूटी के कार्यकर्ता स्वीकारेंगे।
महाविकास अघाड़ी में सीएम फेस को लेकर काफी झगड़े नजर आ रहे हैं। मातोश्री पर हम देख रहे हैं कि पोस्टर बैनर लग चुके हैं। नाना पटोले खुद को सीएम की तरह प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। होटल रिजॉर्ट पॉलिटिक्स जो है लगातार शुरू भी होगी।
चिंता मत करिए, दोपहर तक सब बैनर उतर जाएंगे।
आंकड़ों की बात करें, क्या नंबर एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं महायुति?
मेरे अनुसार 175 सीटें महायुति जीतेगी।
बहुत धन्यवाद सबसे बात करने के लिए। सो दैट्स स्पीकर एंड कैंडिडेट फ्रॉम कोलाबा रिप्रेजेंटिंग भारतीय जनता पार्टी स्पीकिंग टू टाइम्स नाउ मेंशंस दैट हाउ द महायुति अलायंस इज एक्सपेक्टिंग अराउंड 170 प्लस सीट्स एंड व्हाइल वी आस्क क्वेश्चन ऑन टू द सीएम face of Mahayuti, Rahul Narvekar yet again reiterating that senior leader like Devendra Fadnavis could be a face of Mahayuti. He will be getting support from the Mahayuti, his partners. So does it means that yet again Devendra Fadnavis, after taking a gap or playing a role of Deputy Chief Minister, will again be seen as Chief Minister or the next Chief Minister of Maharashtra? With video journalist Vijay Nilesh Shukla.
175 seats is what Rahul Narvekar, well, he comes from Kolaba, which was probably the lowest voting percentage. Anand Ranganathan.
Most expensive real estate in the country. The richest
I have breaking
area.
news here. In Vidarbha, 20 leads by Maga UT and 3 leads by Maga Vikas Aghadi.
In Vidarbha, and then that's again Bellwether.
Yeah.
Bellwether. If Vidarbha BJP is doing it.
If people were talking about rural distress, and there you find BJP doing well. I'm afraid writing.
Let's not jump the gun just yet.
It's a direct contest.
Let's not jump the gun just yet. These are early trends that are coming in. Postal ballots. Just take a deep breath. नहीं तो किशोर तिवारी जी, आपका तो मुझे लग रहा है सांस बैठ रहा है।
नहीं, एक बात मैं बताता हूँ।
हाँ जी, बताइए।
देखिए,
कोई भी जीते
अर्ली ट्रेंड रहो या एडवांस ट्रेंड रहो, एक क्लोजली कॉन्टेस्ट इलेक्शन है।
अभी तो क्लोज भी नहीं लग रहा है।
नहीं, अरे ये क्या है, बैलेट पेपर क्या है, इस पे मत जाइए। हाँ, ईवीएम अब चालू हो जाएंगे तो हमारे ही दिखेंगे सब तरफ।
बट गैप बहुत बड़ा है, 21-3 बहुत बड़ा।
सुबह तो आप कह रहे हैं कि ईवीएम ठीक है, सुबह तो ईवीएम ठीक है ना।
ये 21-3 जो दिख रहा है तो वो अर्बन एरिया का बता रहे हो। अभी
ये पूरा विदर्भा रीजन है।
हाँ, तो मैं बता रहा हूँ ना,
विदर्भा में 2019 की क्या स्थिति थी, 2024
नांदेड़ आएगा, मराठवाड़ा आएगा, सुपड़ा साफ है।
This is postal ballot we are still talking about.
No doubt, it's very
so postal ballot always tilts towards the BJP initially, actually.
Except in Haryana.
Except in
Haryana. Well, there is always an exception to every rule.
I don't know. I've been reading कि postal ballots से बाद में पड़े करे नहीं.
They made an appeal. They made an appeal, but
I'm not sure. Okay.
Well, so far, if you look at the overall numbers, 110 leads have come in. 63 in favor of the NDA, and it is 46 in favor of the India Alliance, the Congress Alliance there, and others are at around 1, and that's the way it is.
Because this is a region of Mumbai, this is how it was stacked up. In fact, a lot more saffron than green. But if you look at the early trends here, the Congress alliance is actually doing well. So some good news for you, Mr. Tiwari. Mumbai showing a slightly different trend. Again, very early trends, but it's 3 versus 5. Swati.
That happened in Lok Sabha also, that this could be an impact of that as well. And when the undivided Shiv Sena contested with BJP in 2019, the undivided Shiv Sena had a hold on Mumbai compared to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now you see the green here, so the MVA taking lead, at least in Mumbai, which has 36 constituencies.
Is leading.
From Worldly.
Okay.
From Worldly.
Worldly. That's the Worldly seats. Highly contested.
Kolaba, BJP is leading.
When I went to Bombay, I mean, of course, one knows Bombay. Kolaba, you feel there's no contest. Kuch lag hi nahi raha. Then you go towards Dharavi, Mahim. That is when you see the election happening. I just didn't find it there.
And Mahim is, I think, Raj Thakkre's son.
Amit Thakre.
Where you find election?
Where the BJP is supporting Raj Thakkre's son and not their own alliance.
Yes.
And that's the story even within the Mahavikas Aghadi. And that's another question I want to ask Ram Pratap Singh ji. Okay, all right, we don't quite have him, but GVL Narasimha Rao, if we look at the alliances, the rebel factor, you've been a cephalogist. How much do you think the rebel factor is going to play a role? Both sides there have been rebels. You've managed to contain a few, but I think 30, 35 rebels still in the fray. Are they going to spoil the party for the BJP?
Navika, I think rebels, certainly, it's not, number of rebels is more in this election because we have, both sides have 3 parties in the alliance. Therefore, a lot of aspirants do not manage to get tickets. But that's a factor that gets neutralized because rebel factor happens to be there on both sides of the fence. So I don't think it will hurt any one alliance more than the other. But in our case, we have managed to convince many of these rebels to sit down. Therefore, the damage for the BJP would be significantly less. But assembly elections, rebel factor tends to be certainly tends to hurt the prospects more than in Lok Sabha polls. But as I mentioned, Haryana also, we have contained the rebel factor. We have convinced many of them to sit down, and which is the reason why we've been able to maximize our performance. So is the case in Maharashtra. So our damage would be significantly less on account of rebel factor than what the Mahavikas Aghadi is likely to experience.
All right, but Ram Pratap Singh ji back with us, and Ram Pratap Singh ji, it's 4 in Uttar Pradesh out of the 9 seats. 8 leads are there. 4 in favor of the BJP, 4 in favor of the Samajwadi Party. अब तो EVM खराब नहीं है, कम से कम अब तो कह दीजिए.
This would have been, Navika, this would have been 8 on 8 for Samajwadi. Was it not for voter intimidation at the large scale that we've seen on the day of the election? And you look at the voting percentages, how they have come down dramatically and drastically in some of the constituencies. And we have lodged a complaint with the Election Commission where they did take cognizance of that. And some of the police officials were suspended because of their action or inaction. So, well, I'm going to still wait it out and see how the results turn out.
The other question is also not well in the alliance of the India Alliance in Maharashtra, because you were given only 2 seats, but 9 Samajwadi Party candidates are contesting, which means some of them are going to, at least 7 of them are going to go against the alliance dharma. How does that work in an alliance where there seems to be no loyalty, no credibility, no understanding, no agreements? How does that work?
Well, on the contrary, if you look at within UP, Congress has not contested on a single seat, and some of their candidates are contesting on our symbol. So it will be incorrect to say that the alliance is not
I'm talking about Maharashtra here.
Yes, there are certain. Yeah, great. But then I'm giving you a parallel example in UP where Congress has left all the seats for us.
Akulwala, 7-time MLA, Congress MLA, is trailing.
Okay,
Seat
all
number
right.
one.
Big leads
One
coming
interesting
in.
story coming in, and this is the story of Santhal Pargana. This could be the story of Jharkhand if this trend really holds true till the end of the day. Why are we saying this? Look at this. This is the 2019 historical data. 4 versus 13. In this region, it appears if these trends hold through, Swati, then the entire narrative of infiltrators, etc., might have found some resonance in an area where there has been tribal domination, in an area where the governments have given affidavits in High Court about the demographic change as well.
It seems to be resonating as per the leads, and here you see everything is green in 2019, and then slowly you see the saffron making inroads here in these key seats. And so, like you said, the infiltration issue is resonating, at least here, and the BJP has been able to make inroads in the leads, in the numbers that we're getting at.
Very important, and this is the tribal vote, and this is the tribal vote, and Smita, this will be an important point that the BJP may want to make, that the minority concentration, consolidation, probably putting the BJP at an advantage as far as the Dalits and the tribals are concerned. They have been...
Before I go ahead, before she goes ahead, in tribal belt, BJP is leading in 6 out of 6 where we have leads.
This is where the BJP has been talking about the Ghuspetia angle, about the Bangladeshis who have been coming in, the illegal Bangladeshis who've been coming in and getting a share of the pie. And they've been talking about cleaning that up. This is something that is going to resonate, and it's going to be repeated in the subsequent elections which are going to happen, in whether it is in Uttar Pradesh, whether it is in Delhi. Whenever they talk about, gas cylinder de rahe hain, Ghuspaitiyon ko bhi de rahe hain, this is going to resonate a lot. Ek hai to safe hai and cutenge to batenge is something that is going to, if this has come, it's going to give a fillip to these two slogans.
If these trends hold, is the narrative now at risk, Tehseen?
If this holds, which I don't think, then I think the Mahavikas Aghadi should focus in terms of Maharashtra on, was it...
I'm talking about Jharkhand right now, Santhal.
With Jharkhand, it's still difficult because none of the local leaders made the claim that Amit Shah ji made or Himanta Biswa Sharma ji made. So the local leaders did not make it.
People are living it out there.
These are postal ballots. So people who are not staying there have seen this.
No.
People
Can I make a point? I
experience.
said this on your show, Navika ji, day before yesterday, that Santhal Pargana is where I differ from JVC. I think BJP is going to gain ground. There have been 5 protests in the police stations there where action has not been taken against illegal infiltrators who stabbed a girl to death, rape threats, and people had to this time consolidate around this. This is a serious law and order issue pointed out by the Jharkhand High Court also. And Yogi Adityanath has done a stellar job. He did rallies here in Rajmahal, in Santhal Pargana, and said there is no place for illegal infiltrators where you are giving them gas cylinders. This did stick.
One thing to say that there is after we got the data, when we spoke to the people on the ground, they said that people are a little afraid to say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing in Jharkhand and tribal belt, they don't actually voice out what their choice is.
They did protest that. Police station the protest came.
There was one very prominent defection from the JMM ranks to the BJP, and that was Champai Soren, the former chief minister. He hails from the Kolhan region. He's in fact called the Lion of Kolhan. And the BJP did abysmally here in 2019. However, they're leading in all the 4 seats there right now. So it could be an impact of the defection.
Kolhan region. So Champai Soren, everybody was saying, isko liya kyun hai? And if he is able to deliver something there, Sabha, that would be a gain for the BJP.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And this, naturally, let's watch the Santhal Pargana.
Well, let's go back to Maharashtra. Let's look at the leads coming.
Congress has crossed 22 in Maharashtra. My people are telling me.
50 to Mahayuti, Mahavikas Aghadi 14 and others 2.
No. Congress has crossed 22 on its own. My people are on the ground telling me. I would like to add 22. Congress is 22.
Okay, Congress is 22. The alliance is about 61. BJP plus is about 82. That's the story.
Let's look at some of the interesting clusters. It's early trends here. I'll just show you. आपके interest की बात बता रहा हूँ. 2 minutes सुन लीजिए बस. Rural areas हैं. This is how the rural seats are stacked up. 32 for the BJP alliance, 6 for the Congress. A lot has been spoken about agrarian distress and about the factors of soybean and sugar belt. How does this really matter as far as the current trends are concerned? This is how the sugar belt is working. 3 for the Congress, 1 for the BJP alliance. And as far as the soybean belt is concerned, very, very interesting. 11 versus 2 has the steps that have been taken as far as, 11 for the BJP. You can see it over there. And 2 for the Congress. So have those steps worked?
Sugar belt may not be Congress, may be actually Sharad Pawar. BJP because he is...
I would like
Okay, Kishore Tiwari.
The Tanaji Sawant, who is the minister, is trailing. Radhakrishna Viखे Patil is leading. Chandrakant Patil is leading. Now, 90 and 78 is the equation. And still, Vidarbha's main districts that we have been focusing, that is Yavatmal, Amravati and all these things, no trend has come up. But now EVM has started. One of in Jalgaon, I think Jalgaon, Gulabrao Patil, who was earlier with us and now gone with the Eknath Shinde, but he has taken considerable lead. And Dhananjay Munde has also taken.
उनको फोन करिए ना, कितने लोग उधर जाना चाहते हैं, फोन कर लीजिए.
नहीं, वो उन्होंने हमको फोन किया, हमारे तरफ आना चाहते हो.
वो आपकी तरफ आना चाहते हैं.
बहुत तकलीफ हुई बीजेपी में उनको.
अच्छा,
कुछ फंड नहीं दिया, कुछ नहीं दिया. 91-70
आपके पास आके फंड मिलेगा.
ये फोन चला रहे हैं तब से यही सब कर रहे हैं फोन में.
Is where the MVA did very well in the 2024 elections, right? The general elections, Lok Sabha elections. If they've not managed to hold, that means the schemes of the Mahayuti has worked. If that is what is
Congress
the trend.
So JVC, I want to come back to you and Siddharth. Please explain to us the agrarian crisis rhetoric that went on. Explain to us what's really happened in the sugar belt and the soya bean belt.
See, as far as sugar belt is concerned, Mahayuti is leading in 1 and Maga Vikas Aghadi is leading in 4. There is a Western Maharashtra. As far as soya bean belt is concerned, let's look at soya bean belt. And in soya bean belt,
Onion and soya bean, both.
Yeah, no? In soya bean belt, 12 seats Mahayuti and 2 seats by Maga Vikas Aghadi.
So are you saying that agrarian distress...
See, it's not about what did Rahul Gandhi speak about soya bean belt? He showed constitution. He showed constitution. He talked about democracies in danger.
You are still at
now, what is the solution? See, let's understand one thing. Anti-incumbency, 1 minute.
Let me
1 minute, please allow me to complete. Anti-incumbency may be there against Eknath Shinde's government. But Uddhav Thackeray also needs to carry his anti-incumbency because this government 2.5 years was Maga Vikas Aghadi and 2.5 years is Maga Yuti.
So as a result,
all right, leads coming in. Let me give specific leads. Sanjay Potnis from the Uddhav Thackeray Sena leading from Kalina seat. BJP's Parag Alwani leading from Vileparle. Sanjay Upadhyay BJP leading from Borivali. BJP's Atul Bhatkalkar leading from Kandivali. Congress Amin Patel leading from Mumba Devi. Kolaba Rahul Narvekar of the BJP is leading. Yogesh Sagar of the BJP leading in Charko. Parag Shah BJP leading from Ghatkopar. Congress's Jyoti Gaikwad leading from Dharavi. So Dharavi, Congress leading.
You mentioned, I just want to make Parag Shah, just one, Parag Shah, because I did the 3 richest candidates are from the BJP. Parag Shah's value is 1,800 crores. So he's super rich. He's from Ghatkopar. He's the top 3. ADR data. I was just doing it for a column which I've already written. But I went to Dharavi. Dharavi, no doubt that the Congress will win that seat.
But one thing, Ajit Pawar is the weak link, and it's showing now.
So Sabha, are you saying Parag Shah is leading because he's the richest candidate?
I'm saying it's an interesting anecdote. When I look
1 minute, gentlemen.
Navika, I was trying to see whether, compared to Haryana and all the elections, the assets of all candidates in Maharashtra is way more than the other elections we've had this year.
Okay, breaking news from Kishore Tiwari.
Mahayuti is leading in 103 and Congress is, our alliance is leading in 93. But Congress is doing well, they are already leading in 40.
तो आपका क्या होगा?
We are 32.
अच्छा.
If we are coming 50, then we can take our own decision. You know it, no?
Own decision? Own decision! Okay. Kishore Tiwari ji. You know, this is Anand Rajanathan. This is very interesting. 32 pe hai, 50 hoga. We will take our own decision. What does that
Nana
mean?
Patel is trailing. This fellow is getting very upset.
Nana Patel cannot trail.
Okay, Anand Ranganath.
Navika, there are two things here. Let's move away from rhetoric and what is going to happen in 3-4 years.
No, but it's an important point he makes. 50 seats, we'll take our own call.
No, I'm talking about Tehseen's rhetoric. I'm not talking about Kishore.
Is going on.
Congress has got 40, this, that.
Based on hard logic.
What does is like you watch the tea leaves. The tea leaves were, the issues were agrarian distress, rural distress. You look at the belt, for example, what is the latest from JVC, we'll know, but there doesn't seem to be any opposition or any outrage against the BJP on that. So there has been massive course correction.
Yeah.
You can say fortunately or unfortunately, because Revdis have been given like, pura wo dump niche ho gaya.
That's the economist in you, the politician in you will realize that, that's
Everyone's
the way
doing
the cookie
it, so
crumbles.
that's the way, yeah.
Independent are 11 and Sharad Pawar is really doing well, 30.
Sharad Pawar 30,
कहीं वो ना बन जाए मुख्यमंत्री आप 32 and he is 30
देखो जो डिजर्व करता है वो बनना चाहिए लेकिन डिजर्व तो उद्धव ठाकरे हैं उद्धव ठाकरे ही डिजर्व करते हैं मेरे को पूरा बोलने नहीं देते
what we got from the Marathi.
It is very close.
Navika, as far as the rebel factor is concerned, since he mentioned the independents as well, right now it does not appear to have hurt the BJP's prospects all that much. The BJP is actually leading in 14 seats, where there are BJP rebels who are now independents contesting against them. The figure for the Congress is 5. So the rebel factor has not hurt the BJP just as much. It's still early leads, but at least for now.
Bhupendra Yadav did a good job.
Navika, that was the key thing, that किसने अपने रिबेल बिठाए हैं?
But
BJP did a better job than the
Sabaji, as far as BJP is concerned, let's face it, BJP had put its own rebels in some other places.
That's also true.
It has sent Trupti to MNS.
That is Morchi, where Ajit Pawar is not leading and Umesh Yavalkar is leading.
Yeah. That's true.
Minority.
Well, while we are looking at these numbers,
this is an interesting cluster as well. These are the seats in which BJP has made its debut, which means it has had fresh faces. Has it worked for the BJP or not is what we're trying to establish through this data. And Swati, it appears that 26 of these seats the BJP alliance at least is leading, and on the 9 of those seats is where the Congress alliance is leading at this point of time. So that change of face has
that's an
had
important strategic change that BJP makes, Smita, to deal with anti-incumbency. They change the faces, and that seems to be working.
So these are the green shoot areas, is what you're trying to say, is that, so not only is it recovering, it's also trying to do better in areas where it is making an entry. Now, this is extremely important because when we talk about bellwether constituencies, constituencies which could swing the elections one way or the other, in Maharashtra, we're talking about bellwether units of parties, because either the NCP factions or the Shiv Sena factions could go whichever way. So you're talking about a situation where they're fighting each faction within their own units. So whether it is Mahayuti or the MVA. So it's very interesting, this khichdi which is coming up out here. Look at the number of colors that you're showing in your maps. It just shows that, it can go either which way right now.
Absolutely, and let me give you some more updates. Congress's Vijay Vedativar, the leader of opposition in the assembly, leading in Brahmapuri. Congress leader Yashomati Thakur leading in Amravati Tivsa seat. Mahim Amit Thackeray, Raj Thackeray's son, is leading. Nana Patole leads from the Sangli seat. Congratulations to you. He's in the lead. He's safe, and that's what everybody was saying.
It will keep pendulum will keep oscillating.
Okay, next
data we have now.
Yes.
Okay, now we have the party-wise data.
So if you see, this is the Shiv Sena, the bow and arrow, it is leading on 13 seats. And if you take a look at Mashal, which is the Uddhav Thackeray faction, on 6. And then you have Kamal, BJP on 47. I have to move back a little bit. I can't see.
Congress is 8.
And Congress is 8. So this is the party-wise breakup in terms of who's leading on how many
And the clock there is Sharad Pawar.
The clock is Ajit Pawar. Clock is Ajit Pawar.
Beg your pardon, Ajit Pawar.
Communist, I'm interested in communist.
Maharashtra is extremely confusing, sorry. The trumpet there
is that of Sharad Pawar faction.
That is at 4.
That's pretty good.
No, that is...
That is watch. That is clock.
The clock is Ajit Pawar.
Clock is Ajit Pawar. Yes, clock is Ajit Pawar.
The lead, they have lost the lead, 104.
We have an update.
Now, among the minority clusters, You have the BJP right now leading in 12 seats and the Congress in just 2. So the question here to be asked is, have the AIMIM and other parties actually made the case worse for the Congress party? What's also interesting is that we don't yet have the numbers for Marathwada. Here's where the AIMIM had actually fielded a lot of contestants, and also the Samajwadi Party had about 5 to 6 candidates in the fray here. Whether that's eaten into the Congress vote, that remains to be seen, but the BJP doing well in the minority-dominated seats right now.
So the BJP is doing well in Vidarbha, in the minority clusters.
I want to
All right, one at a time. Karan Verma hasn't spoken.
In Vidarbha, Yogi Adityanath, I mean, he deserves the credit. Blitzkrieg of rallies in Yavatmal, Amravati, Akola and Nagpur. And that is where we see BJP gaining ground, BJP doing. And Rahul Gandhi, by the way, Rahul Gandhi, major rallies he did in Chikli and Gondia. Both Vidarbha, and they are trailing behind. So it speaks about the leaders who've made an impact thus far in Vidarbha.
The main Vidarbha is not yet open. This is still.
No, why is it not open? Yavatmal, Amravati, Akola, Nagpur.
What is main? I don't know.
I want to
Yogi's done 12 rallies. Yeah.
This minority classes, but it's intriguing to please note that there are 2 significant candidates who are minority candidates who are either with Ajit Pawar faction. I'm talking who's Nawab Malik and Zishan. So the 2 high-profile guys are sitting, so nothing is black and white.
Abu Azmi is leading. Look, and considerable lead.
Abu Azmi is with
Samajwadi Party.
What about Mr.
47 is BJP.
What about Mr. Bhaskar? Do we have about him?
Abu Azmi is against Nawab Malik.
Abu Azmi has been fielded by the Samajwadi Party against Nawab Malik. He is leading currently in Mankot Shivaji Nagar.
So you wanted to know communists, right?
Yes.
Right now, 0.
Thank you.
Achha, what is Farah Bhaskar's husband?
I'm totally surprised.
That would be Anushakti Nagar.
Anushakti Nagar against Sana Malik.
Sana Malik is leading.
Okay, but she was the Mahayuti candidate, whereas Nawab Malik is not the Mahayuti candidate. He was fielded by Ajit Pawar against
the daughter is the candidate. You know, people thought that she would win against Fahad Malik, but you're telling me Fahad.
No, she's leading.
She's leading because there's a lot of local goodwill.
Right now, BJP is leading in 48 constituencies. Shiv Sena is leading in 13. NCP Ajit Pawar is in 5, and NCP Sharad Pawar is in 4, and Uddhav Thackeray in 6, Congress in 10, and others at 3.
I have something to say with regards to...
Can I say something about the BJP leads? If it's 48 that they are leading, and this is what is going to hold continuously, that the BJP is the single largest party in Maharashtra, we are seeing something of a repeat of what is happening in 2019. You know, in the earlier election also it was BJP, and what did the fight happen? That who's going to be chief minister, where Uddhav staked the claim that I was promised chief ministership. Again, it's going to be that situation. Who's going to be the chief minister? BJP is the single largest party, but it has to pick a Shiv Sena person, which is Mr. Shinde.
But I think what we are forgetting, 1 minute JVC, what we are forgetting here is how big is Ajit Pawar's lead? Because the BJP has been, whether they admit it or not before elections, but they have been feeling uncomfortable with him. And can the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde faction and the BJP together get to a situation where they can drop the back?
Navika, when PM was speaking in Mumbai, the last rally that the Prime Minister did in Mumbai, the Ajit Pawar candidates didn't even come to the stage. One of them wasn't even invited to come to the stage. So it's come to that.
And we saw the abrasion there even when the Lok Sabha results came. A Minister of State position was given and it wasn't even taken. So there is a bit of this thing. GVL Narasimha Rao, let me ask you this question. Do you think the BJP is also going to be looking at some independence if it wants to drop the baggage of Ajit Pawar?
No, Navika, NCP, Ajit Pawar was inducted into the government at a time when we had a clear majority of our own. There was a BJP Shiv Sena government that was formed, that was very stable, but yet we wanted to strengthen that alliance by roping in Mr. Pawar. So I don't, certainly if we want to shore up our numbers, even at 170, 180, we would certainly want to have the support of even other parties, smaller parties or independents. The more the merrier. But we are certainly not looking at a situation where we will have to co-opt these people to form a government. And Mr. Pawar is there in this coalition by choice. By BJP, he's not been forced on BJP, rather BJP welcomed him into this alliance, and certainly we hope that he will be able to contribute significantly to the Mahayuti tally in this government. And if the numbers of that party are less compared to what they are today, certainly they will have
more leads coming in. Mangal Prabhat Lodha leading from Malabar Hill up.
Second richest, I've got the list. Top 3 number.
BJP candidate leading. No, but the rich candidates are leading. Is there a correlation that you are drawing? I ask again.
No, I'm just saying the top 3 candidates so rich that my jaw flew open.
Okay, it's just about jaw drop observations. Also, Maharashtra State Chief of the BJP, Chandrasekhar Bawankule, leading from Kamti. That is, 2 senior Mahayuti ministers are trailing Dilip Walse Patil of the Ajit Pawar camp and Deepak Kesarkar of the Shinde Sena. These 2 are trailing at the moment.
Another big face that's
this
trailing.
is a big man. Vijay Wadetiwar from Brahmpuri appears to be trailing. It is the Congress candidate or the other candidate, in fact, from that area who appears to be leading at this point of time. Yes, and in fact, we'll bring you some of the other leads. We have Ajit Pawar leading from Baramati at this point of time. Some of the other trends as well that we have is Nitesh Rane in Kankavli, who is leading, and these are some of the important seats, 89 at this point of time that have been count, or at least where the leads are out of 66. Swati.
So BJP is leading on 66 and Congress.
So this is the Election Commission website, slightly slower than the other leads that we are getting.
I want to make a point. If these hold true, and whatever, the question that the Congress and the MBA should introspectively hold true is all of these Maulanas. For example, this actor's husband went to this Maulana, and the perception.
This actor, why are you being shy?
The actor's husband. No, I don't take names of. But the more important point, the Israel.
You are saying you're talking about Swara Bhaskar's husband. I'm talking about the fighting of the MBA.
Now, I think the question out here is if he's losing. I'm saying if he's losing. But the perception that he created affected the entire MBA. Even this, so I think these are things that you have to look at it and the perception.
Well, at the moment, if I look at the leads, out of the 253 leads that have come in, 262, 131 leads to the BJP alliance, 121 to the Congress alliance. BJP may need only 14 more.
Are you prepared to now? Are you prepared to call out? 1 second, Kishoreji. Are you prepared to now call out not the elections, but to say that BJP will have the chief minister?
Yeah, one thing I want
to add. I don't know.
Navika,
I think it was very
Navika, I want to add.
Devendra Fadnavis.
It is clear now.
Last time round to have allowed Shiv Sena. This time round, I
अरे यार खुल के बोलो.
अरे
मैं बता रहा हूँ.
सेकंड तो दे दीजिए किशोर.
अरे मैं 1 मिनट.
आपका जो प्रेडिक्शन आ रहा है वो थोड़ा.
अरे मैं बोल रहा
हूँ. कमाल है.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ. हम कितने भी खिलाफ हो, हमारे एक्सपेक्टेशन से बीजेपी तो लीड में ही अभी 20 ज्यादा है. 88 हो गए. तो मुझे लगता है देवेंद्र फडणवीस अगर ऐसा ही रहा तो सीएम बन
जाएंगे. तो आप कहां जाएंगे? आप कुर्सी लेकर किस तरफ जा रहे हैं? मुझे ये बताइए.
अरे अभी 10 का ही फर्क है. हमारे तरफ भी कोई स्पॉन्सर आ जाएगा तो हम भी हो जाएंगे.
नाविका मुझे
खिलाफत की बात कर रहे थे किशोर तिवारी. I think we should focus on this very important cluster of rebels and take a look at BJP leading on 18, whereas this is the Congress plus the MBA on 7. So this gives you a very clear indication of what's happening in terms of the rebel cluster.
So BJP is managing its rebels better and even leading in.
Is leading in 35 constituencies in Vidarbha vis-a-vis 4 Congress.
And Vidarbha is the bellwether region in Maharashtra traditionally.
The RSS course correction after Lok Sabha has to be talked
and
about.
The
Yogi Adityanath.
RSS and the narrative that has been snatched away from
Nagpur city is led by BJP and Shiv Sena.
12 rallies by Yogi Adityanath in and around Nagpur, especially the Vidarbha region. That also speaks a lot.
This is how the Vidarbha region is looking like for the BJP.
I want to ask you, Tehseen Poonawalla, if Vidarbha is looking like this.
Tehseen, call it out now.
Call it out. Ek hai to safe hai, has clicked.
Vidarbha is going. If this
See,
is,
no doubt, if Vidarbha is going, if Vidarbha is going...
Acknowledge RSS, acknowledge RSS.
One second.
One at a time.
There's no doubt. If Vidarbha goes, then it's an advantage BJP. It was largely, but there Sanjay Raut had a massive problem. Shiv Sena fought and took extra seats. So I don't know how those seats are decided. I have to see that.
Congress was a disaster.
They gave Shiv Sena 2 seats.
Yeah. So
but I still want to make this one point about these clerics who came in, and these things who came in. I think this has been one thing that helped AK to Safe campaign. I think more than the containment of
Vidarbha was nothing to do with AK.
Big breaking news coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, just stand by. The biggest breaking news coming in from Uttar Pradesh, the largest state of the country. It's 8-1. It's 8-1. That is the story of Uttar Pradesh, and this gives us a sense of what's happening on the ground. Ram Pratap Singh ji is still with us. 8-1, Ram Pratap Singh ji, your first reaction.
My worst fears have come true. What I said earlier in the discussion, that this is a classic case of voter intimidation and people not being allowed to vote, and the results are there for you to see.
GVL Narasimha Rao, वोटर इंटिमिडेशन से आप जीत रहे हैं या लीड कर रहे हैं ये 8 सीटों पे. Is this a fair election? Should we talk about the fact that Yogi hits back and makes up for the debacle in the Lok Sabha elections?
Certainly, Navika, not just in Uttar Pradesh, in all the states. You see, the story from Haryana that clearly showed how our underperformance in Lok Sabha, we have regained from there. We have won a massive mandate. And in Uttar Pradesh, winning 8 out of 9 seats, we are very confident of keeping. These are early leads, but certainly we are confident of maintaining this lead till the end, because the Lok Sabha result was an aberration. This is the story of all the assembly polls and the by-polls today. The Lok Sabha result was an aberration. That was a result of propaganda. That was a result of misinformation campaign, which certainly hurt us in the short term. But people having realized that this double-engine Sarkar and the leadership of Prime Minister Modi
respond to the charges of intimidation in Uttar Pradesh. That's the direct charge Ram Pratap Singh ji is making at you.
Can I just say one thing?
Last
night you asked me what will happen. I said, given the fact it was a police-run election, because all the police was free except for these 9 seats, I said anyone can win, and I said even Kundarki can go to the BJP because it's not normal voting.
GVL, respond.
No, Navika, these are in fact, Uttar Pradesh is seeing a proper law and order only in the last, only since 2017. During the Samajwadi Party rule, it was the Gunda Raj that really prevailed. And people are really experiencing real law and order. These are the fairest elections that you can think of. And the party that won only during the Gunda Raj will obviously make this charge. Peace doesn't suit them. Proper, free and fair elections don't suit them, because they have always won elections using the muscle power. Today, people are voting BJP in Uttar Pradesh because of good governance, both in the state and at the center.
Pratap ji, respond to GVL.
I will just quickly give you the data. Ghaziabad, 33.3% polling. Is that normal? Phulpur, 43.43% voting. Is that normal? Khair, 46% voting, whereas in other parts of the country, we are seeing voting percentages as high as 65 to 70%. Now, I don't know whether this to call this a free and fair election.
But there can be a view. There can be a view that by-polls didn't have that much.
The only seat where the BJP is trailing right now in Uttar Pradesh is what Sabha mentioned, Kundar ki, which is of course part of the Moradabad Lok Sabha parliament.
Mirapur, the BJP is leading, where the gun-toting policeman was seen, the BJP is leading.
We have an update from Mumbai. BJP is leading in 10 constituencies, NCP Ajit Pawar in 1, Congress in 4, Uddhav Thackeray in 3, and others, there is Amit Thackeray 1.
NCP Ajit Pawar is Zishan,
Zishan is will.
अगर मुंबई में ये हाल है तो स्टोरी
आई थिंक 3 बजे तक मत वेट करिए किशोर जी।
ओके, 1 मिनट।
किशोर जी ने अभी मुझे एक चीज कहा कि हम हारने के बाद भी हार नहीं मानते, तो आगे उसके बाद सुनिएगा।
देखो
माय रिपोर्ट
नहीं 131 134 हो गया, लेकिन माणिकराव ठाकरे संजय राठौड़ के खिलाफ में लीड कर रहे हैं, तो ये ट्रेंड आ चुका है। और मैं अभी बोलता हूं कि 130 मैंने बोला था, ठीक है, वो भी 16 हो गए, आयाराम गयाराम भी 16 हो गए।
मेरा फिगर क्या था? 135
and I'm still sticking to it. It is very
right now it is so close to call. 134 versus 126. It's anybody's game right now. This is a cliffhanger. The Maharashtra results are going to be a cliffhanger. 134 for the NDA, 126 for the India Alliance. The others are 10. Will they be the kingmakers ultimately? Laughing all the way to the bank, Anand Ranganathan?
Flying all the way in a charter plane to the bank.
Navika, please look at the sheet I gave.
The results will not be clear till at least a couple of hours. I won't say you have to wait till 3 p.m. But the fact of the matter is that I think if Vidarbha is the bellwether, then we're looking at BJP plus forming the government.
Okay.
Status breakup of Maharashtra. We have Swati. This is very interesting because the BJP is the single largest at the moment at 56.
And their ally, this is the Shinde Sena, which is leading on 15. Then you have the Ghadi, the Ajit Pawar faction on 7. And cycle को अभी कुछ मिला नहीं है, अभी 0 है cycle पे. Then this is the man with the trumpet, the Sharad Pawar faction, which is leading on 7. This is Mashal, the UBT, leading on 7, and this is Congress leading on 13. And others are leading on 4.
बता रहे 134.
Actually, Navika, I mean, you have to say something. Did I not say Haryana is close? I want to say one thing. Did I not say 240 for the Lok Sabha election? What is the data sheet I gave Pranesh? 135, 18 independents. I just want to say. I don't like it.
अच्छे दिन आ गए, चार्टर प्लेन वाले दिन आ गए, ट्रंक वाले दिन आ गए।
अरे 20-22 आ गए ना, 20-22 आ गए।
Varun, what's your information?
Oh, I think the numbers will change drastically. The numbers in favor of Mahayuti. Not MV. No. M से दोनों अब क्या करूं? महायुति MV दोनों ही है.
Well, it can change because there will be. What's your sense of how many seats are going to be so closely contested?
God knows, yeah. Navika, this is the toughest election, really.
62 seats that were being said will be closely contested, and as he rightly pointed out,
most of the lead is less than 2,000. Am I correct?
But still early.
अब क्या है?
Early है तो क्या है?
But you are saying
हम लोग
Mahua Maji joining us straight from Ranchi. She's the candidate in the Jharkhand polls. And Mahua Maji, I want to ask you, Jharkhand mein, as of now, what we are seeing is it's close, but the NDA alliance is ahead than the India alliance. What do you think? Has the Congress let the JMM down as was seen in Haryana?
बिल्कुल नहीं। देखिए, होता यह है कि शहरी इलाके में पहले खुलते हैं, जो काउंटिंग होती है पहले चरण की, वो ज़्यादातर शहरी इलाके में होते हैं और उसमें रुझान भाजपा की तरफ हो सकता है। लेकिन आप जैसे ही आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे आपको पता चलेगा कि यहाँ जेएमएम और इंडिया अलायंस की जो गठबंधन है वही आगे चलेगी। जो इंटरनल न्यूज़ है और जिस तरह से काम हुआ है इस सरकार में, उससे जनता पूरी तरह से जान चुकी है कि कौन उनके लिए काम करने वाली सरकार है और कौन सिर्फ जुमले बल्लेबाजी करते हैं, क्योंकि भाजपा को भी मौका मिला। यहाँ 2000 साल में झारखंड बना और 24 साल हो गए हैं, उसमें 17-18 साल भाजपा ने यहाँ पर सरकार बनाया था, लेकिन उसके कार्यकाल में झारखंड नीचे से पिछले पायदान में सेकंड पोजीशन में है और हमारी सरकार उसे आगे ले जाने का प्रयास कर रही है। हेमंत सोरेन जी इसको पूरे देश में
क्यों कर रहे हैं? फिर आप ट्रेल क्यों कर रहे हैं? नंबर 1 एंड नंबर 2, संथल रीजन जो ट्राइबल रीजन माना जाता है, जहां घुसपैठियों की बहुत बात हुई थी, वहां पर बीजेपी के लीड्स नजर आ रहे हैं। मैसेज क्या है इसका?
देखिए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, सब लोग जानते हैं। अगर आपके मोहल्ले में कोई बाहर से आते हैं तो आपको पता होगा ना कि वो आए हैं। जब झारखंड में कोई इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर उसको टच ही नहीं कर रहा है और बाहर से अगर कोई आ रहे हैं, अगर आप कह रहे हैं घुसपैठिया है, तो आप, ये केंद्र सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है कि आप कैसे दूसरे कंट्री के लोगों को अंदर आने दे रहे हैं। आप रिजाइन कर दीजिए, होम मिनिस्ट्री क्या कर रही है। और दूसरी बात ये है कि अगर कोई घुसपैठिया
आपके अलायंस ने तो सब्सिडाइज गैस सिलेंडर घुसपैठियों को देने की बात कही थी। जीवीएल नरसिम्हा राव रिस्पॉन्ड टू महुआ माझी जी।
देखिए, झारखंड में जेएमएम कांग्रेस सरकार ने झारखंड को सबसे आगे झारखंड को अपने भ्रष्टाचार में लेके गए। यू हैव मेड इट द मोस्ट करप्ट गवर्नमेंट इन द कंट्री. That is that is JMM Congress success in Jharkhand. Secondly, as far as infiltration is concerned, you see, law and order is a state issue. Central government cannot implement these issues directly on the ground. If the state government, whether it is Bengal or Jharkhand, you're right, Bengal has an international border, Jharkhand may not have one, but you have encouraged such infiltrators into Jharkhand. You welcome them because you see them as a vote bank. You have claiming to be a tribal party. JMM has betrayed interests of tribals. आप आदिवासियों का अधिकारों का हनन करने का काम किया है। ये बड़ा धोखा है आदिवासी के साथ। यही आपको इस चुनाव में सबसे महंगा साबित होने वाला है।
आपने आपके कार्यकाल में, भाजपा के कार्यकाल में 17-18 साल तक आदिवासी नाबालिग लड़कियों की जितनी तस्करी हुई है, आप जाकर पता कर लीजिए कि पन्नालाल जैसे ट्रैफिकर ने 15,000 लगभग लड़कियों की तस्करी की थी। उसे हेमंत सोरेन जी ने रोका, उन्हें वापस लाया, घर वापसी कराया, उन्हें सावित्रीबाई फुले किशोरी समृद्धि योजना, मैया समान योजना, फूलो झानो आशीर्वाद योजना और तमाम तरह की योजनाओं से उन्हें सशक्त करने का काम किया है। और ये जो आप डेमोग्राफिक चेंज की बात भाजपा के नेता कर रहे हैं ना, मैं सबको बता रही हूँ, आपको मैं बता रही हूँ, अगर घुसपैठ है, जैसे सीमा हैदर जब आई थी तो पूरे देश का न्यूज मीडिया वाले ने बताया था कि कोई आया है। आपका एक भी घुसपैठिया का नाम क्यों नहीं आप सामने ला पाते हैं? आपके सांसद, विधायक और जो कार्यकर्ता है वो फोटो खींच के बताए कि कौन घुसपैठिया है। आप कुछ भी अनाप शनाप बोलते रहेंगे, उसको हम नहीं ना मानेंगे। जी, आपके मोहल्ले में कोई बाहरी आ जाए तो आप तुरंत जानेंगे कि आया है। यहाँ एक नाम आप उसको सार्वजनिक नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि कौन में।
अगर आप जानेंगे कि कोई बाहरी आया है तो इसका मतलब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का भी तो रोल हुआ ना। अब सब कुछ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट पे कैसे छोड़ देंगे?
महिलाओं का अपहरण,
तो बाहरी आया तो आप बाहरी को सार्वजनिक क्यों नहीं करते? आपने सीमा हैदर को सार्वजनिक किया तो सेंट्रल में होम मिनिस्ट्री आपकी है, आप ऐसे 10
पर महुआ माझी जी, अगर बाहरी आया है और ऐसे कंप्लेंट्स लोकल्स ने दिए हैं थानों में, तो आप एक लिस्ट बनाकर आपने क्या सेंटर को भेजा कार्रवाई के लिए? आप तो बल्कि उल्टा उनको सब्सिडाइज सिलेंडर प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं।
मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि जब भाजपा के नेता चीख कर रहे हैं, उनके पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री पूरे देश से कह रहे हैं, तो नहीं, आप उनका नाम क्यों नहीं सार्वजनिक करते हैं? आप सार्वजनिक कीजिए तो निश्चित रूप से स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अरेस्ट करेगी। आप उनका नाम आपके पास है नहीं, आप हवाई बात कर रहे हैं। डेमोग्राफिक चेंज हुई है, आदिवासियों की संख्या इसलिए कम हुई है कि आपने 17-18 साल में महिलाओं की तस्करी की, महिलाओं को नौकरी देने के नाम पर आप बाहर लेके चले गए, इसलिए डेमोग्राफी कम हुई है, चेंज हुआ है। आपने की इस कार्यकाल में घुसपैठ है तो आप नाम क्यों नहीं सार्वजनिक करते हैं? आप सार्वजनिक कीजिए घुसपैठ।
नरसिम्हा राव रिस्पॉन्ड,
तमाम भ्रष्टाचारियों पर जिन पर आपने भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप लगाया है।
Respond while viewers, I request you to keep an eye on those numbers and leads that are coming up on your screen. Extremely interesting numbers on the screen, but some channels a little behind are raising questions about numbers. Well, we are putting out numbers that we are getting. We are showing you regions, we are showing you details, but some people who actually have never dealt with the truth and have been best known for their dramatics are today suddenly poking questions at others, extremely hypocritical, and that's the way elections go, politicians go, media resorting to that. Well,